Okay, let's continue now. Exercise 10. Now read the review and check your answer to exercise 9. طبعا we said this story is about what? Grown up, how to develop and how to become improved in your life. Okay, now complete the text with adjectives from the books. Here we have adjectives. We are going to explain and define them, and then we are going to put them in the right place. Fascinating means amazing. So I say Great Expectation is a fascinating novel. It's amazing. You can learn a lot from it. Sympathetic, which means to feel with others, to be kind, to be nice, and basically to have a good relationship with the people around you. Sympathetic. Realistic, we say that Great Expectation is a realistic novel which discusses real events. It's based on real events. يعني the characters are normal people. They can be you and me. It's based on real events. Rural, it means the countryside, reef. Embarrassed, when you are ashamed of your past, or when you are ashamed of something you did and it was not good. Immature, it's the opposite of mature. When I say mature person, which means a grown-up man. Immature, it means a child or not responsible. Okay, now let's read the paragraphs or the sentences and try to find the correct answer. This is my favorite of all Charles Dickens novels. It is a fascinating story that includes comedy and tragedy, reality and fantasy. Reality, real events. Fantasy, which means dreams and things that are not real. The book is set in rural England and high society in London. فحكينا إنه الbook can be found in the countryside, I mean the setting, and in London, in the city. It begins with Pip meeting and helping a man, Magwitch. طبعا Pip, he meets a man and he helped him, and his name is Magwitch, who will later give him the money he needs to become gentleman. It follows Pip to London, where he becomes embarrassed. طبعا لما Pip went to London, he became embarrassed, محرج. Why? Because of his poor past, because of his poverty, and starts spending a lot of money. In the end, he is reminded of the true value of life. Life is not all about money and possessions. It's about true relationship. It's about love. It's about family. It's about support. This is life. The novel ends happily. So by the end of the novel, he realized that his relationship with his family is more important than the materialistic and the physical relationships. The story is told by the main character, Pip. Now, who is the narrator of the story? The narrator is Pip himself. He was the narrator of the story. Pip presents himself as an immature character, having a deep desire to improve himself. فأول إشي, when he was a child, he wants to improve himself. He wants to develop himself. He wants to change from immaturity to maturity, to become grown-up man. The desire leads him to behave badly with the people who love him. طبعا because he wants to be a gentleman and because he wants to grow up, he follows all the desires. He wants to fulfill all his desires. He wants to raise above his social level regardless of the moral issues. On the other hand, Pip shows that he is a generous. بيرجع لطبيعته إنه he is generous, he is kind, and he is sympathetic. يعني he feels with others through the acts of kindness that he performs toward the people who love him. I would advise you this novel to anyone who likes mystery and novels set in the past. It is a very realistic book at one person process of growing up. It talks about a person and his process of growing up. It also makes the important point that money cannot always buy happiness or make someone a gentleman. As we said before, it's not about money, it's not about your social status, it's not about your class, it's all about your relationship with your family and your relationship with other people in your society. Thank you so much.